कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandar Agom Vigamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Jami Govindam Adi Purusham Purusham Namaham Bhajami Andani Asa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Lasyan Dipan Dikayanti Jiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Go
Masters, the ocean of mercy, defender of the poor and Lord and Master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful and good. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. We take shelter of your lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada ki. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Krishna Prapi Hoida Haite Krishna Prapi Hoida Padma Bhagya Tite Te Goriya Kya Guru Bhuga Padma Bhagya Tite Te Goriya Kya Arna Koriyo Mane Asa Ese Uttamagati Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asa Ye Prasade Pure Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asa Chakudano Diro Ye Janme Papu Se Chakudano Diro Ye Janme Papu Chakudano Diro Ye Janme Papu Se Chakudano Diro Divya Kanure Prokasito Divya Kanure Prokasito Preme Bhakti Ahoite Abhidhavana Seyate Preme Bhakti Preme Bhakti Ahoite Abhidhavana Seyate Vire Gaya Hana Charito Vire Gaya Hana Charito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Shanara Mantu Shri Guru Karuna Adama Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Shanara Mantu Shri Guru Karuna Lokanath Lokera Jivana Lokanath Lokera Jivana Prabhu Garo Daya Deo More Parachaya Prabhu Garo Daya Deo More Parachaya Baby Asku Bhavana Baby Asku Bhavana Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Shanara Mantu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Shanara Mantu Shri Lokanath Lokera Jivana Lokanath Lokera Jivana Prabhu Garo Daya Deo More Parachaya Prabhu Garo Daya Deo More Parachaya Suja Bhavana Devi Suja Bhavana Srila Prabhupada Paritapavana Srila Prabhupada Paritapavana Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namah. Krishna Prastaya Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Hastatari Satarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Kalajanti Radha Kalajanti Radhe. Jaya Radha Kalajanti Radha Kalajanti Radhe. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Parvatikacharya, Asadartha Tishishti Madhusavaya Vishnu, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Parvatikacharya, Asadartha Tishishti Madhusavaya Grace, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Saho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gokopinath Shramakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhana Ki. Vrindavan Dham Ki. Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki. Munamai Gangamai Ki. Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki. Samveda Bhakti Vrinda Ki. Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Good morning, everyone. Hare Krishna. Speaking from Srimad Bhagavatam today. This is going to be Canto 1, Chapter 17, Punishment and Reward of Kali. And moving on. And the chapter, yesterday's verse was text 41. Today's verse is text 42. We'll chant Jaya Radhamadava. Does anybody want to play drum? That's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girirvaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girirvaradari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Yashodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabiyari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabiyari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabiyari Jaya Radha Madhava Gaur Premanandi Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devyam Saraswatim Vyasam Atojayam Adirayat Nastapreshu Dpadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloker Bhaktir Bhagavati Nashtaki. If you have it on your phone, again, it's Canto 1, Chapter 17, Text 42. The board was not updated because we're all in Allen at the Sadhu Sangha. So I'll go ahead and read the verse, and if anyone wants to chant, they're welcome to. Vishashanashtam Trinpadan Tapasocham Dayamiti Pratisandada Ashvashya Mahim Cha Samavardayat Vishashya Nashtam Trimpadan Tapasocham Dayamiti Pratisandadashvashya Mahim Cha Samavardayat. One more time. Vishashanashtam Trimpadan Tapasocham Dayamiti Pratisandada asvashya Mayim cha samavardayat. Anyone want to chant? You have it on your phone? Okay. So word for word. Vrishashya, of the bull, the personality of religion. Nashtan, lost. Trim, 3. Padan, legs. Tapa, austerity. Socham, cleanliness. Dayam, mercy. Iti, thus. Pratisandade, reestablished. Asvasya, by encouraging activities. Mahim, the earth. Cha, and Samvardayat, perfectly improved. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Thereafter the king reestablished the lost legs of the personality of religion, the bull, and by encouraging activities, he sufficiently improved the condition of the earth. Please repeat. Thereafter the king reestablished the lost legs of the personality of religion, the bull, and by encouraging activities, he sufficiently improved the condition of the earth. By designating particular places for the personality of Kali, Maharaj Pariksit practically cheated Kali. In the presence of Kali, Dharma in the shape of a bull and the earth in the shape of a cow, he could actually estimate the general condition of his kingdom, and therefore he at once took proper steps to reestablish the legs of the bull, namely austerity, cleanliness, and mercy. And for the general benefit of the people of the world, he saw that the gold stock might be employed for stabilization. Gold is certainly a generator of falsity, intoxication, prostitution, enmity, and violence. But under the guidance of a proper king or public leader, or brahmana or sannyasi, the same gold can be properly utilized to reestablish the lost legs of the bull, the personality of religion. Maharaj Pariksit, therefore, like his grandfather Arjuna, collected all the illicit gold kept for the propensities of Kali and employed it in the Sankirtan Yajna, as per instruction of the Srimad Bhagavatam. As we have suggested before, one's accumulated wealth may be divided into 3 parts for distribution, namely 50% for the service of the Lord, 25% for the family members, and 25% for personal necessities. Spending 50% for the service of the Lord or for propagation of spiritual knowledge and society by way of the Sankirtan Yajna is the maximum display of human mercy. People of the world are generally in darkness regarding spiritual knowledge, especially in regard to the devotional service of the Lord, and therefore to propagate the systematic transcendental knowledge of devotional service is the greatest mercy that one can show in this world. When everyone is taught to sacrifice 50% of his accumulated gold for the Lord's service, certainly austerity, cleanliness, and mercy automatically ensue. And thus, the lost 3 legs of the personality of religion are automatically established. When there is sufficient austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness, naturally Mother Earth is completely satisfied, and there is very little chance for Kali to infiltrate the structure of human society. Om Gyanantimirandasya Gyananganashalakaya Chakshurumilitam Dena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. My spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances to the dust of his lotus feet. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Tamal Krishna Goswami Iti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Ritefa Jaswami Iti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvase Sunyavadi Paskate Deshtari. So this is a continuation of His Holiness Chandramali Maharaj, so nicely delineated aspects of Varnashram Dharma, and in fact has complete realization of that, and has published a nice book which we hope we can help distribute. It's a book on natural living, living naturally in the service of Guru and Krishna. And when you have that, excuse me, a little housekeeping here. I need to on this. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So when there is sufficient austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness, naturally Mother Earth is completely satisfied. So when Mother Earth is completely satisfied, we're her children, is it not? She's one of our mothers. Jishnu, can you name all the mothers? Are you able? No, the Earth is number one. Number two, number one, of course, is your birth mother, and then the nursemaid. Then after that is the Guru's wife. And then after that is all women in general, right? Then, hold on. The cow, thank you. So that's 5. Who? Bhumi, the earth. And then there's one more and I'm missing. I keep calling my brain a Swiss cheese brain. But maybe I need to start calling it a super sharp together brain. So it won't be all like the Vedas. That's it. Number 7, Vedas. So at the time of initiation, what do you get? Because everybody's saying, well, we give so much, and then we finally get initiated, and then what? Well, it's the beginning. And then, so because what you've got is your spiritual master's mercy, who's your father, and then you have the Vedas, who's your mother. So if somebody asks you, who's your mother? Who's your father?
I just want to mention, there's something that Prabhupada said, to know, like it's like Krishna is our father.
Jishnu is mentioning, Prabhupada said, go ahead.
Krishna is our father.
Krishna is our father?
But to know our father, we have to reach out to our mother.
Okay, but to know our father, we have to reach out to our mother. To the Shastras. Jai. Yeah, anybody want to jump in and make comments, please? Feel free. This is one of these classes that I'm just depending on the purport. Normally we try to prepare, and I'm, ecstatic having our beautiful guests, but boy, I'll tell you, the service sure does double. And then you start using excuses like, oh, I've got so much service, and you think you can slide on your rounds, and you think you can slide on your your strictness, and no, you have to chant even more intense rounds. You have to chant, in fact, you have to chant extra. So, because you need the help, you need the mercy. And so, by designating particular places for the personality Kali, Maharaj practically cheated Kali. I remember when I first saw that verse, that he designated places for the personality Kali. I was like, oh no. We've got to deal with that guy still. and then this verse comes, and this verse is so nice. In the presence of Kali, Dharma in the shape of a bull and the earth in the shape of a cow, he could actually estimate the general condition of his kingdom. And therefore he at once took proper steps to reestablish the legs of the bull, namely austerity, cleanliness, and mercy. So truthfulness is connected to which? So if we are untruthful, which vice is that connected to? Well, you've got meat eating, illicit sex, gambling, intoxication. So which one is gambling? Thank you. Garuda Dwaja correctly answered that. All right. So which one is connected to austerity? Okay, so you have the 4 regulated principles. which is no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating, right? Those are the 4 principles of freedom. I want to welcome our guests here. Who are these nice guests? Welcome. Yeah, you feel free to ask questions anytime if you have any questions. So, austerity is connected to intoxication. So if you are intoxicated, you will not be austere. And if I'm wrong, please somebody dial in and correct me. I've got my phone right here. Lack of cleanliness is connected to, yes, that one's easy. So illicit sex, gambling is as Guru Dwaja helped. That's the truthfulness. Austerity is from intoxication. Meat eating. So which one is that one connected to? Which one? Cleanliness is illicit sex. So if you're not clean, you think that it's okay to just run around and cheat with your body, which is a total waste of time and very, very destructive. Do you know, Francisco? You know which one that one is? No meat, fish, eggs, but we have 4. So the bull has 4 legs, which are truthfulness, austerity, cleanliness, and, hold on, mercy. So which one is meat eating? Mercy. Right? Because if you're guests, my name's Kunti, this is Francisco, that's Madhava, this is Guru Dwaja, and that's Jishnu. What are your good names?
My name is Ishwar.
Ishwar? And Mate? Sridhar? Susita? Nice. So we're asking a question here. What was the question? You remember the question? Okay, so we have, if you're killing your mother and your father, are you merciful? Is that showing mercy? No, I don't think so either. But that's insanity. That's insanity. Some GIs, when they came home from Vietnam, they would lock and load and kill their entire family when they came home. Because they had seen so much horror that they were still suffering from the PTSD from the war. And they would imagine that their whole family was the Viet Cong, and they would wipe them out. And often turn the gun on themselves as well. So that was a terrible thing, and it happened many times, thousands of times. So it's really terrible that we have this terrible ignorance infiltrating our society, that it's mercy to kill the animals. It's not mercy to kill the animals. It's the opposite. And if you love people, you'll tell them that. If you love the world, you'll tell them that. Good morning, Ishari Kumari. You want to stay for a minute? Okay, stay for a minute. So that's why it's important, to tell the truth. If you see someone doing something really destructive and really bad, you tell them. Some people say, oh, that's not politically correct. We have to be politically correct. Right? That is the worst oxymoron in our society that we have. Oh, just let it be. Let everyone do what they want to do. Live and let live. It's okay. No, it's not okay. When you see people getting offed in an Allen shopping mall, they're getting killed for shopping for clothes. Obviously, they wanted to keep their body, right, Mata? Right? Jishnu's mom? They didn't want to lose their body. Did they want to lose their body that day? No. They didn't want to lose their body. They got up, got dressed, probably had some breakfast, and they called their friends and say, hey, meet us at the outlet mall in Allen, and we're going to shop, and then we'll go have lunch, and we'll try on our clothes, and we'll have fun, whatever. They didn't think that when they brushed their teeth, that would be the last time they would brush their teeth. They died. They went there and got killed. Now, people ask a question. Why is this happening? You don't just let it keep going and going and going and going without asking why. Ask yourself the question and then get the answer. And when you get the answer, you give the answer. Is that right, Ishari Kumari? It's happening because thousands of animals, innocent animals, are being killed as we speak. As we speak, right now. And we wonder why this horrific, horrible thing is happening. This terror is happening. And no one asks why. You better ask. You have to ask. There was a bull in China he was going to slaughter. And he cried and cried and cried. And he became an international celebrity. Because he was crying and saying no. He was actually calling out, no, don't kill me. He was just saying no in his cow voice. No, like that. He didn't want to go and get killed. They saved him. And he got adopted by an Ahimsa family. And they're not going to kill him. Because when they were leading him up to the slaughter, he cried out. So they can't do that, these animals. That one was an exception. That was an exception. These animals can't call out, right, Jishnu? They just, and then they smell the blood of the previous victim, right? I'm sorry, this is not a PETA class. I won't go into PETA, okay? I'll stop after this. But they smell the blood of the previous victim. What happens? Anybody medically trained here? Endorphins, fight or flight, run. This is terror. Their whole body floods with that hormone. You can't cook it out. You can't boil it out. You can't clean it out. So literally, people are eating fear of death every time they eat meat. They think the chickens are stupid. No, the chickens can smell it. They're scared. They're totally scared. All the animals, the pigs can smell it. And so the whole society is just going to hell in a handbasket because we are too shy or too wanting to be politically correct by not correcting others. I'm not saying you go up to people that you don't know. I'm talking about your friends, your family, the people you love, the people you know, the people you cut jokes with, you know, the people that know you and trust you. That's who I'm talking about. And then when you get to know someone and you see that they're suffering, give them the knowledge. Give them one of Srila Prabhupada's books. Just say, look, I think you could probably get something from this, you know? I think Sankirtan is one of the greatest things in the world. But it really helps if you know the person and you get to know the person and you're not just approaching them for money, right? Anyway, Maharaj Parikshit, therefore, like his grandfather Arjuna, collected all the illicit gold kept for the propensities of Kali and employed it in the Sankirtan Yajna. Right? So we have a lot of Sankirtan Yajna going on this weekend. And we pray to follow in the footsteps of Maharaj Parikshit and reestablish the lost legs of religion, austerity, mercy, cleanliness, and truthfulness. I think I'll stop here. I don't know, should I stop? Does anyone have any questions or comments or? You have anything you want to talk about? I warned Mother Anuradha this would be a short class because we all have a lot of service today. So, you don't have any questions, comments, nothing? No? Totally agree with me? Oh, Ishwari Kumari, go ahead. Thank you so much for tolerating my emotional outburst. But let me tell you something, I cry and I pray every time I hear one of these mass killings. And even any killing. One person, any person. Go ahead.
First of all, I would like to thank you for stopping me and giving me the opportunity to hear this. It's always good to hear.
Ishwari Kumari is saying she's glad I stopped her. I'm so grateful for you for trusting me. Thank you.
I know you have so much love for everybody. Each and every time, not only animals, but plants.
Thank you. Okay, she's saying that I have a lot of love, not just for animals, but for people. It's all because Gurudev just, he's filled me overflowing. So it's all coming from Gurudev and Prabhupada.
So yesterday my Guru Maharaj was mentioning about this. Kali Yuga is the age of darkness.
Yesterday her spiritual master was mentioning that this is Kali Yuga, the age of darkness.
So every bad thing would happen. But like a kadam tree which goes towards light, we have to see light. And we have to go and ignore all
And everything bad will happen. But like a kadamba tree, we have to continually go toward the light.
because that's a goal of our life.
Yes, because that is the goal of our life.
And since quality of Vaishnava is like having so much compassion and love for each and every living being, so being a Vaishnava we cannot see anybody get slaughtered and killed.
So repeat that last sentence again.
So I'm saying the quality of Vaishnava
The quality of a Vaishnava
is to have compassion and love for each and every living.
is to have compassion and love for each and every person.
So we cannot see any kind of slaughtering and any kind of
So he can't see any kind of slaughtering or harm.
so we can do as much as possible
So we can do as much as possible
according to our capacity and capability.
according to our capacity and our capability. This,
Pray to Srila
And we can pray to Srila Prabhupada that all this slaughtering can stop, can please stop, right? Yes, the slaughtering should be stopped. Everyone should what? Be benevolent. Yes. And give them Krishna consciousness. Thank you. And this is why preaching is most important. Thank you, Ishwari Kumari, for quoting His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. Thank you so much. Radhanath Maharaj Ki Jai. Anything else? Jishnu, got a comment?
Would you like to speak more on how, if one has, committed these 4 offenses, how can they recover or work on a more pure day by day?
Would you get them, guys? Do you want some prasadam before you go? A little bit of prasadam. Yeah. Let me see. Thank you. Yeah, you just ask anybody there. Please don't leave before you get prasadam, okay? Okay, so Jishnu Prabhu just asked a very amazing question. Thank you, Bhakta Francisco. Hare Krishna. Okay. The question is what to do if you have committed all 4 sinful acts of illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, meeting. It depends. It depends on the circumstance. Is the person... There's 2 types of people. One is pretending to be asleep, and the other one is actually asleep. Who's easier to wake up? The one who's actually asleep. Just Gurudadraja's mother correctly answered. It's the one who's actually sleeping. So if a person has already been awoken or awakened in Krishna consciousness, and then they commit those sins again, that's a very tough situation. They need the help of the spiritual master, and they need to get the association of the spiritual master as much as possible. Because it's kind of like being in a hospital. You need the doctor, and the surgeon sometimes has to keep a very watchful eye on the patient. If the person is just new, but then they fall back, because I'll use myself as an example. About 45 years ago, I was lusting for a Big Mac because a beautiful god sister, my mother Chandravali and myself, we were on Sankirtan, and we got on this kick of whipped cream and fruit, and that's all we had every day, and orange juice. And then we'd eat a little burfi to give us extra energy, because we were working the truck stops. We were doing truck stop Sankirtan with the albums, and man, so we were on this really austere type of diet. And we told Mother Krodashamini, Srila Prabhupada's disciple Krodashamini, Chandravali, she already had her own. She figured it out ahead of me, that what we were doing was wrong, because we did this for weeks. Or days, and it was like 10 or 14 days, something like that. Anyway, so I told Krodashamini, man, I'm just having a craving here. What's going on? What are you eating? That's what she said right away. Wait a minute, what are you eating? And I told her, and she started laughing. She said, Bhakti Linda, you can't do that. You have to have rice, dal, and chapatis. Of course you're craving meat. You're going to crave meat like anything. So yeah, I'm just using my own example. So I obeyed. After that, I never even looked back. That was 1979. I was in training. I joined in Houston in 78 and then got into training here in Dallas in 79 and never looked back. It was easy. So it kind of depends on the person, what their circumstance is. Usually if okay, so you're like in a laboratory. This body is like a big laboratory. And it's an amazing laboratory. Well, it's a big laboratory if you're a microbe. But anyway, so it's like a big laboratory. And so if you eat too much, or eat too little, sleep too much or sleep too little, what happens? Christian tells us. Bhagavad Gita, that's chapter 4. I don't know if the Bhagavad Gita is here. It is. Yep. Yes. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai. This is my favorite verse too, right? It's like Krishna even gives us the tip. Because if you don't sleep, you can't surrender. Because you don't even know what's up and what's down. You're so tired. And then if you eat too much, you're naturally going to sleep. If you eat too little, you're also jeopardizing. All right, here we go. Sleeping. Sleep. Oh, wow, this is Krishna. Did you know that the topic Krishna takes up 15 pages in the index? That's pretty awesome, huh? All right, let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Do I know my alphabet? Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Senses. Shark. Aquatics. He is a shark. I don't know the actual verse. Here it is. Okay. Conquering, detachment, Krishna consciousness, yada yada, yada da 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 da. Spiritual life, 616. Oh, it's actually in Dhyana Yoga. Yeah, 616, 17. Okay, here we go. He who's... Yep, here it is. 616. There's no possibility of one's becoming a yogi or Arjuna if one eats too much or eats too little, sleeps too much or does not sleep enough. And right in the next verse, he who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all pains by practicing the yoga system. And the yogi, by practice of yoga, disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in transcendence, devoid of all material desires. He is said to be well established in yoga. Right there. There's your game plan. What? Yada vinayatam chitam atmani eva vatishtate. Is that the one you were thinking of? Oh, no. The one before is yuktahara viharas. Yeah. He was regulating his habit. There you go. Now, you knew this answer. Why are you already knew this. 6:16, 17, and 18 Ki Jai. Bhagavad Gita. Anything else? All right. Thank you so much for attending. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Gurudev Ki Jai. Thank you. No, you got got the touch. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Evil. Gee.
Raja Vrindavan Govinda Krishna Madhanama Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahabam Ramapuna Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahabam Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopina Madana Mohan Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopina Madana Mohan Viradvam Srivatam Dada Sakhanam Viradvam Srivatam Dada Sakhanam Jahan Jahan Leela Kaila Srinanda Nanda Keshiharvam Shiva Dada Sakhanam Jahan Sab Leela Kaila Srinanda Nanda Srinanda Jasada Jaya Srinanda Jasada Jaya Jaya Gopam Sridhamadi Jaya Jaya Venu Aksaram Srinanda Jasada Jaya Mugan Sridhamadi Jaya Jaya Venu Aksaram Jaya Vishwabhanu Jaya Kritika Sundari Jaya Purnamati Jaya Nagida Nagari Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Bhagavan Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Bhagavan Jaya Jaya Gopi Sada Vrindavanama Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Batu Jara Jaya Jaya Gopi Sada Vrindavanama Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Batu Jara Jaya Jaya Rama Ghat Rohini Nandan Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vasi Jagada Jaya Jaya Dijapati Nagapanagan Bhakti Jahara Paila Govinda Chara Jaya Dijapati Jaya Nagapanagan Bhakti Jahara Paila Govinda Chara Siracho Mandala Jaya Jaya Ramasa Siracho Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Jaya Jaya Rasa Dila Jaya Jaya Rasa Dila Sadhamana Jaya Vrindavan Jaya 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 Jana Rasa Sarva Rasa Sam Parvati Raha Pradet Pota Jannabi Adapamma Variyatmana Sri Jannabi Padma Karishma Dina Krishna Dasa Pari Dina Krishna Rasa Pari Ram